What's up, Fade Family? Jarvis Guide and Void Jarvis YT here, and today we're going to be talking about Secret Invasion, the all-new Marvel Disney Plus series. Now, I usually don't do reviews of like movies and TV shows on the day that they come out, but I wasn't really doing anything today. But I thought, hey, you know what? Who's it gonna hurt if I just sit down, watch this thing? I might enjoy it. And honestly, after watching that, I can honestly say that was 52 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. And it wasn't like Secret Invasion was like insulting or anything, or like it was unbelievably bad. No, it was just nothing. And I think honestly the strength of the MCU is that their best movies, their best TV shows, well, not to imply that there are many good ones, but their best movies at least, they make you feel something at the end. It's like a very recent example, Spider-Man: No Way Home. I've been seeing a lot of hate for that movie online. It's just getting a lot of shit lately because they're saying, "Oh, the movie doesn't hold up 2 years later," and I'm like, how can you say that? Because Spider-Man: No Way Home, I mean, sure, you can tell that the movie was rushed as all hell. There are plot holes they even address in the movie, which is unbelievably lazy. But the movie is still good because it has a strong emotional core. You have like the death of Aunt May, you have the villains and the MCU Spider-Man, his dedication towards helping them get better, rehabilitating them. I think that's what makes the movie strong. If the movie didn't have a strong emotional core, then yeah, you could just say it was a cameo fest. But the movie makes you feel something at the end, and you could say that for all the best MCU movies. But Secret Invasion, this first episode at the end, I feel nothing. I feel like things just happened that I had basically no context before, because I'm not an MCU fanatic. I'm not gonna watch everything. And I'm sure if I had watched like I think Captain Marvel beforehand, and I might have actually known what the hell was going on. But I don't want to watch Captain Marvel, For honestly whatever reason. I shouldn't have to watch that movie to enjoy this show, because they don't market it as Captain Marvel colon Secret Invasion. No, this is just Secret Invasion. So it's like, no, come on. But yeah, honestly, man, there are soap operas out there that are more interesting and emotionally complex than Secret Invasion. Because honestly, I guess the characters in this didn't even feel like actual characters. They just felt like mouthpieces, just saying what they needed to say to get us to wherever the plot needed them to go next. It just nothing in this show felt fully realized. I mean, the cinematography is competent enough. It's like on the level of a TV drama that you would see on maybe CBS or something. And it's especially bad for Marvel because the TV shows look just like the movies. There's nothing cinematic about it. It just looks like a average TV show. That's not great. And that's another thing I wrote down. The action is honestly terrible. I think MCU projects lately have had some of the worst action choreography in the franchise. I think the only exceptions are really the movies like Shang-Chi, Eternals, Black Panther 2, Guardians 3, and maybe Doctor Strange 2. And that sounds like a lot until you realize that Marvel has been putting out like a million crappy TV shows, that turn watching anything in this franchise into a chore. It's like you have to do homework to understand these movies. But even then, in the TV shows, you don't even get good action. It's like that's evident in something like The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's like there's just so many cuts. It's like it's one punch, then it's a cut. Can you actually like let us see what's going on? That's just a sign of lazy filmmaking, to where they won't let you see any of the action. That's ridiculous. But back to what I was saying about watching anything in the MCU feeling like a chore. It's like it's just annoying, man. It's just annoying. I shouldn't have to watch like this season of a TV show to understand this, then I have to skip a season and go to another season to watch that. That's ridiculous. This is supposed to be entertainment. It's not supposed to be like a friggin' book report. You know, honestly, I get that people hate on standalone projects like She-Hulk and Miss Marvel and Eternals for various reasons. The most pertinent of which, to my point, being that they don't help to expand the MCU really, and they don't like have any relevance to the characters that people want to see. But at the very least, with shows like She-Hulk and Miss Marvel and all that, you don't have to watch anything beforehand to understand them. Honestly, the best way to avoid situations like Doctor Strange 2 and Secret Invasion, where you have no goddamn idea what's happening, is just do what the MCU Spider-Man movies did, man. You just recap what happened in the previous movie. Everything you need to know. Like Homecoming, they recapped Captain America and Civil War. Far From Home recapped the snap from Endgame, and No Way Home literally just told you about what happened at the end of Far From Home. It's like these are simple things that the MCU really they don't even bother to do because they just expect you to have seen everything before. It's super frustrating that nothing can just stand on its own anymore. It's just annoying, man. It's not just the MCU. That's a lot of things. It's like you have to see this, you have to watch that to understand this. And it's like, can you just like make a product that can stand on its own? Like I get you're trying to cash in on the IP, but you're still making like a separate, piece of art. It's like, can you actually pretend that you give a shit about what you're doing? Honestly, man, the only good part of this episode of Secret Invasion was when they introduced like new Skrullos. I thought it was a pretty interesting concept, but man, aside from that, there really wasn't much good about the show aside from Samuel L. Jackson's performance. Man, Secret Invasion is it's really off to a rough start, and I know a lot of people were excited for this show because it felt like they were bringing the MCU back to a grittier and more serious tone and feel. But while I do think Secret Invasion it does have a more serious tone compared to like the goofy bullcrap that we got with like Thor 4 and Ant-Man 3, it's like Secret Invasion it doesn't have any heart to it. It doesn't feel like a fully realized show, that actual thought was put behind. I mean, if you look at Guardians 3, which was the only good MCU project this year, that movie actually feels like it has that X factor. It actually has some components in it that make it tick. I don't know exactly how to describe it, and it's not just the fact that it's good. It feels like there's Guardians 3 has an actual soul, to where it can actually make you feel something at the end. Meanwhile, Secret Invasion, it's just like going through the motions. Oh, plot point A, plot point B. And it's a 6 episode miniseries, and I'm sure at the end, I'm sure like maybe one significant thing is going to be revealed, but with how aimless the MCU is at this point, it's like, why should we even care? This isn't like the Infinity Saga where you had clear goals, clear MacGuffins to earn in every movie. Now it's just, these things are happening. Oh, you have to watch this to understand this. It's like, no, come on, man. It's like I would say that I know Marvel can do better than this, but I know better than to say that because they honestly don't. They've been putting out so much shit lately. And honestly, the fact that Guardians 3 was the only good thing they put out this year was more so due to the fact that James Gunn is a competent filmmaker and less to do with the fact that Marvel, actually decided to get their shit together. Because Secret Invasion, this is such a nothing show that I fully expected to bomb. I expect it to completely bomb, and they absolutely deserve it because I think people are sick and tired of the same unoriginal trite with the MCU. And honestly, man, funnily enough, it's like I said in one of my recent PNGtuber videos, a narcissist is never wrong, and Hollywood is full of narcissists. Now, I'm not gonna repeat the rest of what he said, but that part is very pertinent to this discussion. It's a narcissist is never wrong, and I guess in a roundabout way, Marvel Studios must be full of them because man, oh man, they've been doing like the same old tired, shit lately, and it hasn't worked. But Lord knows they aren't gonna change course. But either way, I think that'll wrap up my review of Secret Invasion and my deep analysis on the failures of the MCU. I'm probably not gonna cover the rest of the episodes of this show, so I'm gonna have a hard time titling this video, but man, whatever. Either way, I've been Jarvis Gotten. Thank you all for watching. Stick around for more diecast content, and I will see you all in the next one.